Okay. All right. Yo, it's your boy Mongo, the Big Dog Command Room. Big time sleepy, but I'm still here. We're here to talk about the Week 8 game against the Eagles. This is the post-game review. I apologize for not doing a video last night. I had to work, and I wasn't going to do it after I got off work. So this is it, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? I expected us to win this game. Before all, like, this is weeks ago, like, you know what I'm saying, before all of this like terrible play and stuff had come along, and I still even then expected us to win this game, like, you know, this, like today, the way we were playing. But just like us, we do everything except win the game. We get fumbles, you know, at the goal line twice, and we get, like, you know, 400 yards of, like, you know, passing daggone there, and, you know, we get all this, like, you know, even bad things, like we get Julio Jones his first touchdown in years, like, you know, not years, but like a year or so, like, you know, we get AJ Brown, like, you know, touchdowns. It just, like, we do everything but win. You know what I'm saying? We even get Joey Sly breaks our best breaks of franchise record for kicking in the game. You know what I'm saying? For like the longest field goal for our Washington kicker. You know what I'm saying? And the way when he made that kick, everybody celebrating like we done won the Super Bowl. Like, even Ron, I was like on the sideline, he unfolded his arms to celebrate. Yeah, unfolding them. You know what I'm saying? Like, I never saw that before. I did, like, you know what I'm saying? I thought he had T-Rex arms and he was just ashamed to have them out. Let me stop. But it's like too little, too late, man. It's just, again, you know what I'm saying? It was a good game, fun game, like really back and forth. As usual, our defense disappointed, mainly our secondary. I'm gonna get into that a little bit and just talk about the game. There were some things on special teams I wasn't happy about, like even with the punt coverage. Man, there's just one punt, it was in the first half, you know, we wasn't, I don't know if it was the first punt, hold on, let me see, instead of just saying it. Cause, bro, when I tell you Tress, like, hit the meanest punt, like, beautiful, like, just flying. And we had terrible punt coverage. Let me see. Oh, it was in the second half. Well, that was my only gripe with the special teams. Outside of, yeah, that was the same play. I'm thinking. So we stalled out in the second half. Tressway, I don't know where we're kicking the ball. I had to actually watch the game again. But Tress, we're probably at the 30-yard line. You know, on our side, we're in our territory. Tress kicks this ball beautifully, almost to their 20 or 30-yard line. Like, you know what I'm saying? Our punt coverage runs past the returner, and the returner returns the ball on the near midfield and helps them get a good field position. Where we could have just had them pinned back to the 20-30, and, like, you know, try to duke it out there. You know what I'm saying? We gotta help our team, like, everywhere. You know what I'm saying? We need as much help as possible. And even with the much help, we still figure out a way to lose. But anyways, the defense played how they played. I was happy with that first drive where they, I guess the Eagles only kicked a field goal, and the fact that we were keeping them to only a field goal for a minute was good. And then Airbnb with his nonsense. I even think the first drive, like I like to see. First, I like to see Chris Paul out there. I love to see him out there. You know what I'm saying? I feel like he should have been playing. Like to see Tyler Larson out there. I'm gonna get to the other linemen in just a minute. Shout out to the offensive line though, mainly. About 90% of them, like did played well. You know, one sack. The whole game. That's a night and day from what we've been doing the past 7 weeks or past 8 weeks, whatever. So I don't know what took us so long to figure that out. But like I said, we all the way too long to figure these things out. By then it's too late. But it's technically still a lot of games to be played, but it is what it is. The first drive, we got to the quick game and stuff like that, but it was still some plays. I'm just like, why did you call that? I don't remember off the top of my head. I'm gonna talk more. I'm gonna get in more depth, with the reflection. I'm just kind of giving a quick review because y'all have already watched everybody. I've watched them, like I tell y'all, I watched John Com and Louis, all of them. You know what I'm saying? So, the offense was doing good, man, and I wasn't shocked because we for whatever reason we've been playing well against the Eagles. Like our offense playing well against the Eagles, but then we get to that daggone fourth down. The 4th and 1, we just need 1 yard, and literally, the way it looks like with Logan Thomas, where they spot the ball, like I feel like that could have been a lot closer, you know what I'm saying. But I guess they just stopped his forward progress and stuff like that. It is what it is. But all we need is a yard, you know what I'm saying. And what does Airbnb do? He calls this genius, zone beating, play, I don't know, you know what I'm saying. All I know, because I watched it again, I watched it a couple times. Sam Howell is staring Terry McLaurin down. The play, I don't know what they were trying to do because the other players, I think Logan Thomas does a curl, and I think Jahan does something, and then it was another guy, I believe it was Pringle. He does a seam, and the seam is wide open, but Sam is staring Terry McLaurin down and almost gets a pick six, you know what I'm saying. And what do we do with that? You know what I'm saying? All we need was 1 yard. And then we end up doing this mess, you know what I'm saying? And instead of us taking over the game completely like the Eagles would do with us without hesitation, you know what I'm saying? They did it to us last year without hesitation. We just end up turning the ball over on downs, and they will proceed to score. AJ Brown with an amazing one-handed catch. And it's as much as I want to hate on AJ Brown, he's really good. And it's I can't take anything away from him. He's a dog, you know what I'm saying. I thought he was overrated, but he's a dog. I mean, granted, it's against our secondary. Not saying much, but he's been doing this week in and week out. And that catch was amazing, you know what I'm saying. But it's just frustrating, man. It's just a lot of things that we do that just don't make sense, and it's at the worst times. You know what I'm saying? Another one that a lot of people don't really talk about. It was a 3rd and 5. I heard a couple shows talk about it because it's fresh in mind, but it just doesn't make sense. They even talking about it in the broadcast. The Eagles are not stopping us. The only way we get stopped is we stop ourselves by stupid play calls and stuff like that. All we need is 5 yards. As many as these little special routes and stuff that you call, why did you call a screen on the 3rd and 5? This felt like Scott Turner, you know what I'm saying? And I'm just is Scott calling the plays again? We just need 5 yards, and we could just keep driving the ball, because now the Eagles have the momentum. They get the ball back, they're going to score again. We need to stop them from doing it. We need to stop them getting on the field. Both of us, it sounded like both the broadcasters were talking about both of us, The best way to keep, the best defense against Sam Howell and the offense, the Washington's offense, is to keep them off the field. The best defense against Jalen Hurts and their offense is to keep them off the field. Sound like both of them were saying the same thing. Like, well, let's figure that out. Let's be the defense because the defense is not being the defense. You know what I'm saying? Instead, we just proceed to do this dang on screen and it doesn't work and get off the field. And then I believe they go on and score. Basically, they end up scoring 27 points in the second half to our 14. Technically 7, because we only scored the last 7 points with less than a minute. And it's like funny because they always doing that little last minute let's score at the last second. Like, I don't know if it's just like they want to put like a dagger in us, or it's just like a little funny, like, like ha, like we scored on you. Let's see if you gonna do something. But even though you can't really do nothing, like, you know what I'm saying, we still won. Like, it's like the end of a basketball game where they're trying to run out the clock, and so like the basketball players like running around, like, the ball carrier like running around bouncing the ball, and then he goes and scores, like, after they already win, like, it's like that's like an unwritten rule, like you're not supposed to do. But it's like they do that to us all the time, like, you know what I'm saying. Like, I don't like you, Nick Sirianni. Forget you. But yeah, man. Anyways, I'm still on the offense. There was another play. It's really stupid because it's like, in the grand scheme of things, no offensive coordinator, unless you're like Andy Reid or something like that. Not even trying to like correlate it, but there's not many offensive coordinators that call perfect games. Everybody's gonna make mistakes. So granted, every enemy's gonna make mistakes, but it was just, some of the calls were just dumb. Like, you know what I'm saying? You call a screen for a fullback like he's a wide receiver. What kind of personnel? Like, and I've heard that Alexander is athletic, but I don't think he's that athletic to go out on a wide receiver screen and do that. Like, you know what I'm saying? Maybe like from the backfield, he's in the backfield, he floats out and then, you know what I'm saying? But straight from the, like, over there, he couldn't even get his feet under him. Like, you know what I'm saying? I would rather even see Chris Rodriguez do that play, like, you know what I'm saying, than him, you know what I'm saying, or Frank, or whatever, David Gore, or whatever, some Gore, whatever his name is, like, do that, than to see Alex Armour run the screen. That looks stupid. He was just trying to be cool, be fancy, whatever, stupid. Dang, I just had a thought. Well, regardless of that though, we did good on screens, and I love to see our linemen was getting out there. They was running. Like, I love to see that compared to what we was seeing last year with daggone Trey Turner and and Andrew Norwell, and they couldn't go and block a soul. At least our dudes is out there. It was one time all 5 of our offensive linemen ran out and they ain't block a single soul, but I was happy they was out there and they all fell down. That joint is funny, man. Like, but I love to see it though. I love to see them dudes, man. I love to see an offensive lineman running and get out there, man. So shout out to them with that. They played very well. My last thing is, like, we made changes, but I don't know why Andrew Norwell's still in. I mean, Andrew Wiley, you know what I'm saying, or Andy Wiley, whatever his name is, Andrew Wiley. This game came down to just simple mistakes and stuff like that. Like, you could be good all game, but it takes that one mistake and it changes the game for us. Like, you know what I'm saying? That was Sam Howell in that pit, you know what I'm saying? That intentional grounding. Outside of those two things, he had a perfect game. The only thing that he probably messed up on outside of those two things was him missing that throw to Pringle. But we probably scored on that drive, so it probably didn't matter. But that was his only mistake, really. Like, you know what I'm saying? He's having a flawless game until those two mistakes. But then Andrew Wiley, everybody's having a perfect game. We don't have no sacks the whole game. And then you decide on one of the most critical downs, the 4th down, where we can't take a sack. We cannot take a sack. You not only decided to take a sack, but you caused us to get a fumble, a forced fumble. Like, bro, you don't need to be in. You've been trash since the preseason. And I thought it was like, oh, just him just getting adjusted, you know what I'm saying? I like to give dudes benefit of the doubt, especially if it's a free agent we brought in. Like, we brought him in for a reason. He should be good if we bring a free agent. Like, you know what I'm saying? But you've been a liability for us the whole time. So that needs to change. I think that's everything on the offense. If I remember, then I'll bring it back. Defense, I think we got like 2 sacks. Casey Toohill got one of them, and I don't even know. I think Jonathan Allen got it. I don't know. I don't want to be saying nothing. It just, again, it's just another disappointment. We expect our defense to hold us down, but they haven't. It's like it's like kind of that bend and break defense that we had for like the early, like late 2000s, early teens, like, you know what I'm saying? They used to like get thrown on, like get walked up and down the field, but then they'll get to the red zone and make a stop. And I'm like, how the hell did they do that? You know what I'm saying? It's like how our defense is, but not a lot of sacks, not a lot of pressure. Jalen Hurts is chilling back there. I feel like there was a lot of holes though. I would say that. You know what I'm saying? I may be the only one that's seeing that, but it's like they say there's holding on every play, which is cool or whatever we do. But I just feel like that's how that was. Sorry, on Monday Night Football. Well, let me look at this. Let me see. All right. I want to see how many sacks he had. Not the Giants. What? 8. I want to see how many sacks we had. No. All right. Commanders. All right. We had Casey Toohill had a sack and Montez Sweat had a sack. That was surprising. I just seen him kind of like barely get to the line of scrimmage. I didn't see who sacked him. I was kind of distracted, but yeah, not a lot of pressure, not a lot of things, major plays that really stood out to me outside of like a few. Of course, Cam, the amazing strip fumble, forced fumble. Shout out to Fido. He popped out the crowd. He popped out the little. He popped out the little. Why can't I think of it? The dog pile, whatever, and come out with the football. You know what I'm saying? Way to get a way to recover a fumble, like your first time back. Good to see you out there. It made me smile to see him and John Ridgeway out there together. You know what I'm saying? Playing together. I think they're going to be really good for us down the stretch. Outside of that, then the other fumble, I don't even know how that got forced. But shout out to K Fool for getting that, Kendall Fuller, and that's pretty much that. Before I get into the secondary, because that's just the main thing that we need to cook. Like, you know what I'm saying? Percy Butler, he almost had a pick. We need that pick. We need that pick very soon. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, this is like the second week in a row, like almost third week in a row that you've almost had a pick and you didn't get it. You know what I'm saying? Great coverage, great anticipation, but just no cigar. So let's talk about this bogus pass interference. I think it's bogus pass interference that was on Benjamin St-Juste that they called that caused the Eagles to get into scoring range and able to score again. So AJ Brown's cooking everybody, even Benjamin St-Juste. I think out of everybody last year, Benjamin St-Juste covered AJ Brown the best. This year, AJ Brown has been getting the best of Benjamin St-Juste if he's on him, because Benjamin St. Juste can't run like that. He's not the top end speed. But like I've been saying, if Benjamin St. Juste can run a 4.3, then he's elite. You know what I'm saying? That takes his whole stock up. But we can't live in hypotheticals, so it is what it is. He was getting cooked, but in this drive, he's in this play, he's in perfect position. He's on his inside pocket. He's in front of him. Like, you know what I'm saying? AJ Brown is a little bit ahead of him. The ball's coming. Benjamin St. Juste slightly turns his head. He turns his head and defends the ball. The ball goes and hits Benjamin St. Juste's body. He can't help that he's right there. He can't help that he's in front of the ball. If anything, he should have picked the ball off because he's in such good position. But instead, they decided that they want to call it pass interference. It's only pass interference that's going to turn his head around. He turned his head around. He looked for the ball. But they going to call it pass interference. They even showed on the replay, and his head turned around, even though it was very slight. Like, you know, he still turned his head around. What else he need to do? Just like moonwalking, like and look backwards? Like, come on now. Bogus. The rest was bogus all day, all game. I'm not even about to get into them. I'll probably talk about it in reflections, but bogus. I don't understand how our zones, we play zone, and our zones be so wide open. It's just crazy. Like, Devontae Smith is cooking us all up and through our zones. What we do them. And then AJ Brown is taking us up over top, you know what I'm saying? So it's just like, which poison do we want? You know what I'm saying? The next one, for the love of God, I don't even know why Jack Del Rio does half the stuff he does. So for moral victory or whatever, he decides to try Emmanuel Forbes back out in front of AJ Brown, you know, to see what happens. Why did you not learn your lesson from the last time? And you put this man back out there to get cooked. The first play, there's two plays that Emmanuel Forbes kind of got cooked on. I don't know, AJ Brown like comes up, I guess he does a comeback route, I don't know. Where's Emmanuel Forbes? I don't know. AJ Brown gets the ball, and if it isn't for Emmanuel Forbes holding on for dear life, holding on to guys and changing hands, like AJ Brown would have just went right into the end zone, like, you know, if he would have broke that tackle. The second one, Emmanuel Forbes, I can't say that he was in good position. I didn't really see him running the route or the phase of them running. But again, it's another shot to the end zone. Emmanuel Forbes tries to go up to get the ball, and you know, he goes up. AJ Brown pulls him down. It was a pull down, and he can't get the ball. And then Quan Martin, for whatever reason, for God knows what, it just staring and like, hey, is there something going on here? Is there a game going on? Like, terrible position. Play the ball, please. Like, you just like Bobby McCain. You wearing his number and just like, you doing Bobby McCain stuff. You're the top savior. You're the last line of defense. You don't need to just be. I get him trying to run. I think he was trying to run over and just be like prepared to tackle AJ Brown before he gets in the end zone. You need to go after the ball. You know what I'm saying? Forget everything else. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's what your job is. Like, you attack the ball. The ball's in the air. You're a defender. You get the ball. Instead, Quan Martin is just in the end zone chilling, looking at the highlight, and Emmanuel Forbes gets pulled down, like, you know, like the little boy, and AJ Brown catches the ball and proceeds to score on both of them. You know, unacceptable. Tired of seeing it, and it doesn't make sense why you put him out there. I don't understand what in the world possessed you to do that. I would have much rather seen Emmanuel Forbes on Devontae Smith than that. And if Devontae Smith cooks him, then more power to him. You know what I'm saying? But this whole like trying to bring him, I don't know what you trying to bring him, get his confidence back, or you know, show you believe in them or what, you know what I'm saying? But I didn't need to see it. I don't care. Nobody cares. You know what I'm saying? You can do that next year. Oh, wait, you're not gonna be here next year because you keep doing stupid stuff like that. Anyways, I don't know. I don't really have. I'm trying to think if I have anything else to complain about, because that's basically all I can do is complain at this point. It's not much you can do. Tough loss. It is what it is. I'm going to talk more about it in the reflections and stuff like that. Because I have notes. I just wanted to make sure I get a video out for the post game, so y'all know I wasn't just slacking or whatever with that. But that's it, man. It's your boy Mambo, Big Dog Command Room. Shout out to everybody that's been subscribing, that's been watching, even if it's for like 5 seconds, even if you even if you just do that. If you look at it for 5 seconds and like the video, I appreciate it. You know, because it helps with the algorithm. I don't know how the dang gonna spell algorithm. I'm just like I do. ALGORORITHM. Yeah, it's 2 O's. If I'm wrong, then I'm slow. But whatever. Very random. But anyways, man, y'all like, comment, subscribe. You know, to your boy. I'm so close. I'm dos más subscriptions. From getting to 50 subscribers. Shout out to whoever was my 48. You know, I truly appreciate you, 48. You know, I don't know who he was. I tried to look up the notifications to show me where the subscription is. I don't know if it's anonymous or whatever. For whatever reason, I couldn't find you. But shout out to you. I really appreciate you. If you do see this, comment, and I can shout you out, because I will do that, you know. But yeah, man, that's pretty much it. Wednesday, I'm going to do the reflections. If I find a Patriots fan that's not delusional, you know, I'll try to do like a little powwow, pregame powwow, you know, with them. But if not, then I'll just do a pregame, like, you know, this weekend, hopefully. Shout out to North Carolina Central University. Happy homecoming. This is homecoming week. I'm going to be down there soon. But until next time, peace, love, and hair grease. And shout out to Norfolk State University. Happy homecoming last week for y'all. You know, peace, love, hair grease.
Behold the green and gold.